We spent the last few days walking the floor at IBS 2026 in Orlando, and instead of trying to see everything, we paid attention to the products that actually made an impression. This is a full walkthrough of the brands and ideas that stood out to us. Let's start with one of my favorites. This is Fotile's 3-in-1 sink dishwasher. It turns one of the most hated kitchen chores into a single step.
Our newest and latest technology is our 3-in-1 sink dishwasher. It's a sink, It's a dishwasher, it's a food purification system. Cleaning all of that produce, removing pesticides on fruits, veggies.
So you're saying I'm washing my dishes and my veggies?
Yeah.
Just not at the same time, right?
Not at the same time. There's a separate tray for the veggies.
So I'm from New Orleans, and we like to clean our crawfish before we boil them. Could I just throw a sack of crawfish in here?
I can do that. Crawfish, you can do crab, you can do lobster. It has a hydrojet technology, just different size air bubbles. There's 4 different sizes that are optimizing how to clean the vegetable. So it's almost like a submarine, right? It's not just pressure washer, it's all the air bubbles in.
Next, we have the Thrill Glass Chiller, a countertop unit designed to instantly chill and sanitize glasses before a pour.
This is a glass chiller sanitizer deodorizer.
So wait, it wasn't steam, that was...
No, that was actually liquid CO2 that chills and sanitizes the glass. Perfect for a glass of wine, you can feel it.
Okay.
That was just a few seconds. Exit temperature is minus 100, kills bacteria because bacteria can't go from ambient temperature to minus 100 Fahrenheit and survive. We produce countertop models in different finishes.
Now, this is a toilet odor ventilation system that claims to do the sniffing in your bathroom, so you don't have to. It's the Potty Sniffer.
The Potty Sniffer toilet ventilation system converts any toilet to be odorless and self-ventilating. What you'll see is in about 20 seconds, all that smoke is going to clear, and it's actually pulling back into the toilet. The way it works is every toilet has an overflow pipe just like this inside, and we use that overflow pipe, we cap it, and once the water rises to seal the bottom of this shroud, we created a chamber, and once you apply vacuum to that chamber, it will actually start drawing air up the overflow and from all the holes where water normally comes down.
This is the Kalamazoo Gaucho grill, a fire-focused outdoor grill with a wheel that raises and lowers the cooking grate over the flames.
This is our Kalamazoo Gaucho grill. It's an Argentinian style grill, but we've combined that with modern engineering and gas starters to make it a lot easier to kind of get your fire going. It's got, as you can see, a really deep firebox. We've got a 30-inch wheel, which allows you to raise and lower the grates so you can control the heat and the fire that's hitting the food. Right now we're showing it with a couple of different grates. We've got the traditional P grates that you usually see with a Gaucho style grill. We've got our own laser cut cooking surfaces. Really helps get more surface contact with the food so you get better char. It's also got an integrated rotisserie system. You could have like a rotisserie chicken going, and then maybe over here you've got veggies and steaks. You can do like a whole suckling pig on it.
I don't know if I'm ready to commit to a whole pig just yet, but it's good to know that I have the option.
And all of our grills that we make are hand signed by the people who build them, all built by hand in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Most of the time, you never see this, but you definitely hear when it's missing. AcoustiBlok is a dense sound blocking layer that lives behind the walls. Take a look.
Chances are we're in for another ride tomorrow. And in business, the stock market fell.
There's not even any of the plant fiber inside of there. AcoustiBlok is a viscoelastic polymer material that turns airborne energy into friction energy when it's used behind drywall, either attached directly to metal or wood stud, or used with a resilient channel, hot channel, anything like that. The most space I will take up from an existing wall assembly when using AcoustiBlok is 5/8 of an inch.
Blum has been designing hardware and motion systems for furniture and kitchens for decades, all built around smooth, effortless movement. What they're showing here is their lift system with built-in servo drive. The motor is integrated directly into the hardware, runs on low voltage, and with a single button press, the door opens and closes smoothly on its own. It's designed to feel effortless, and once you use it, it just makes sense. The next one they showed us was the Space Step, a step hidden in the toe kick that slides out when you need a little extra reach with built-in storage inside. They also had this pocket system where the closet or cabinet doors don't just open, they actually tuck themselves away. And then to close it, you only need to push slightly. And finally, they had this inward opening door. Rather than swinging out, the door moves inward and stays out of the way. The hinge is on the actual cabinet instead of the door. Some products fix big problems. This one tries to prevent a small but persistent one.
It's our 24/7 odor fighting LED technology. This is Lite technology kills 99% of odor-causing bacteria, viruses, mold. They discovered on the visible light spectrum at the 400 to 420 nanometer space that kills bacteria. It stops it from replicating. So the light is on 24/7, a nice glow in your kitchen sink, and the lights shine underneath the baffle, and then it shines into the grind chamber.
RockWool is a non-combustible stone wool insulation that's a great option for soundproofing walls and ceilings. Check out how it makes the IBS show noise almost completely disappear.
So that's just the noise from being out here. So we go through here. There you go.
KewLabs hides power and wireless charging right into the design.
We do both invisible and integrated wireless charging solutions.
Okay.
The invisible system is undermounted to a surface. The unit simply peels and sticks, connects into the pocket. It's wired up to a standard 110 outlet, and then it's charging straight. We've got a new QMag product, so this one will require a 1/3 of an inch hole. The product has simple wires that it gets passed through and then surface mounted. And then from here, utilizing the commonly used MagSafe solution on iPhone, you can put on the wall, a countertop, anywhere you place your phone.
AmeriSink. They had a range of stainless steel sinks on display, built around durability and everyday use. This one was being shown as a pet wash station, but I immediately pictured it working just as well as a utility sink in the garage we're building. The heavy gauge stainless steel and the size make it ideal for more than just pets. It's the kind of sink that actually makes sense for washing rags, tools, or anything messy you don't want anywhere near the house. SimonsWerk, precision hinges designed to disappear into the door.
It's basically a door hinge that the hinge is on the inside and not on the outside that we would typically see for an outswinging door.
So this one right here, it's probably one of the most sold products that we have. It has adjustability where you can adjust up and down, in and out, side to side. They're basically used when you're going to be having, you want some flush applications.
This one is for the moments when you don't have time to wait for glue. Instant Bond sets almost immediately.
This is probably the world's fastest curing glue and fastest drying glue and the strongest glue you'll find. So we put a little bead of glue on the one side. You can put this on top and I could hold it there for 5 minutes and this will glue and it'll never come apart. Or you can put the activator on it, okay? And the activator, you just spray it once. So I'll put it on top like this. So this has been 3 seconds, okay? Just try to break that.
All right. Okay, no, that's not coming apart.
That's not coming apart.
Oh
right?
my Lord, okay.
PointPod. Instead of hunting for outlets, this brings power right to the middle of the space.
This is the fully integrated pop-up power point, the only pop-up in the market. It's got the stone countertop inset in the top of the unit. This one here's got a couple of outlets. It's also got USB ports. So you got tablet and phone charging. We have another unit that's got 65-watt USB-Cs for your laptop charging. It says push and release. Electric motor drives it up and down. It gives you that wow factor.
InFine outdoor showers, a minimalist outdoor shower column with a quick connect system so it can disappear when you don't need it. You can take it off with a single gesture, dismantle it into 3 parts for better space optimization, and close the cover for a minimal, clean look.
And that has a hot and cold feature?
Yep, like here, from here.
So that's your hot and cold.
Deluxe Living cabinets stood out for how clean and intentional everything felt. I especially liked how their knockdown cabinets literally come folded and in 2 pieces ready for installation.
Our uniqueness is the Lazy Susan type. It also has a light, and then we have this shelf, and it opens up real nice. This is also wall hung, so you don't have leg.
Okay.
It's very modern.
This is a knockdown.
Knockdown means this just opens up and you install it.
So the cabinet comes flat, so it's
yes,
not a big
it
box.
compresses. No,
So that's a
lightweight as
seam
well.
right there where it folds.
That's it.
Okay.
And it kind of just looks like it belongs there.
Right.
You can see there's still a lot of space in there. Great for contractors. It's not real heavy. It has a Durette top, which is not going to break.
Next up, we have Fleetwood Windows and Doors, known for large-scale systems that blur the line between indoors and outdoors.
So this 90-degree corner door, you're actually able to lock the panels into each other without any support whatsoever at all. You can see here, throw it in lock position, open it, and you have a completely postless 90-degree multi-slide door. Cracks are down in the floor. It's a flush configuration. You can do flush floor from the inside to the outside. It really brings in your indoor-outdoor living lifestyle.
And you can even have it to where it pockets into a wall.
We have pocketing systems as well.
And then I actually got to ride this. It's a pneumatic vacuum elevator that runs on air, no cables, no shaft, just pressure and gravity doing the work.
Going up the elevator, press 2. It's a little bit loud, but it's pretty smooth in general. So this is the view from inside. I mean, you'd expect it to be loud, but other than that, it's pretty smooth. You don't have the quick jerking motion like you typically would have in a regular elevator. So we're just pushing the air out of the bottom, and that creates that slow descent.
ReVent. They were showing something new this year, a fresh air supply system designed to bring outdoor air into the house.
We have our fresh air supply, which is your outdoor intake on the side of the building, pulling the air in, and then it's going to bring the air back into the house, so you're getting fresh air into the house. Really simple controls to use. I'm setting this at 90 all the way up to 200 CFM, and then I'm able to scroll through and say, I want that to happen 35 minutes every hour.
You can integrate this with your HVAC system?
Totally. Before or after the system. You also have a setting here where you set humidity levels. It will not bring that wet air into the house. They work in parallel.
Elkay showed us their in-wall filtered water system, and what stood out to me was how retrofit friendly it is.
This is our new in-wall filtered bottle filler, and all you have to do is cut a hole in the wall, mount it to your studs. It's battery operated, and all you have to do is hook a water line to it. So no drain, no hard wiring. Drinking water is so integrated in everyone's lives, but when you want to do it at home, you're forced to go to your fridge or your kitchen. It's a great option for people who don't want the dispenser on their nice high-end refrigerator.
Right.
Or if you want to move beyond the kitchen, you have that option as well.
Then Clopay showed us their VertiStack garage door. It's one of those designs that makes you stop and think, why isn't this the standard?
This is our VertiStack door. When it acts up vertically, it actually stacks in, and you don't need that back room that you typically have.
Don't need all that track and wasted space.
Yes, you don't have that track over your head.
It's got a belt instead of a wire.
It does. It has nice quiet operation.
So it just stacks up side by side.
There's no exposed hinges, and you have a really sleek look for that. Really great in retrofit applications as well. We see it a lot with restaurants, as well as homes, pool houses, things like that.
Which of these products do you want to see more of? We're planning individual videos for many of them, so let us know in the comments which ones you want us to dive into first. And if you're enjoying this, make sure you're subscribed. We didn't really get a chance to look at the KitchenAid products. We were maybe a little too distracted by the freshly baked cookies. This one surprised me. Instead of locking you into one type of wall storage, StarkGuard gives you flexibility.
Some people have slat wall, some people have pegboard, but I haven't seen anybody that has slat wall and pegboard. This seems like it's such an obvious idea. Pretty cool. You basically have your standard pegboard slot, and then you have your slat wall slat, where you can use your slat wall hook and all your baskets and not have to make the choice. And I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody do this already. This is actually a really cool idea.
Slate Lite is made from real natural stone, but it's processed into thin sheets that completely change where and how you can actually use it.
Slate Lite is a wonderful material. It's a very thin, natural stone. This is one of our materials. That's a marble. You can see I band it.
And this is real stone?
Yes, sir. That's
so it's almost like it's just a rough slab.
We are peeling off layer after layer from the stone blocks.
You can use it as a veneer, or you can do like an accent wall, or even some translucent stuff over here.
The range in total has over 72 different stones we are producing. They're from all over the world, many different options to choose from.
This is Own Your Own Arcade. What you're seeing here is their pinball machine, but they also build full arcade games and other classic setups designed for home use. The pinball machine is designed to feel as close to a real table as possible, but with a large built-in library of digital games. They also build full arcade cabinets that come loaded with around 5,000 classic games in a single unit. Okay, playtime is over. Let's get back to business. If you've ever hated climbing into attic storage, you'll love this one. This is Magic's Attic Lift.
So this is Majic Lift, which you can put pretty much anywhere between the studs in your garage. Anything you don't want to haul up the stairs that's not over 150 pounds, this is a great solution. Technically, this would be your attic floor right here. Correct. It stopped right here flush with the floor of the attic. But underneath here would be the ceiling of your garage. Is this a paintable surface?
Yes.
Okay. You can make it the same color as your ceiling, and the idea is to have it disappear.
SonoPan. This one is all about making spaces quieter without overcomplicating the the installation.
Put our product in between the drywall and the studs, or you can retrofit it over the drywall. This really bumps up the sound transmission class. It kind of goes beyond just drywall and insulation.
So this is if you have like a home theater or something and you want to soundproof your walls.
Fittings Wine Display focuses on clean modular systems that let the bottles become the visual instead of traditional wine storage.
I'm kind of liking this design, something between the bar and the little drop down ceiling that we have in our bar. So it just spins around. It's just a different way of looking at that. You got your glasses, you got your wine, but I'm assuming I can put whiskey on here too. And these little niches here, it's kind of a cool look to that. 5 different finishes. One's for a floor to ceiling. It's like one of those things where you want to create a space in your home for it.
Rev-A-Shelf had a lot going on this year, and it was all focused on making everyday storage work better.
As we're walking through here, you see that all of our shelves are going to be available with light inside of the shelf on the top and also on the bottom. So that will be incorporated into the shelves. This will be available later this summer. This is our pull down. So this unit, pull the unit down, and then when you want to release it, you just pull down, and then it automatically goes back up into the cabinet.
So Rev-A-Shelf has kind of upped their game here. I'm moving this back and forth, and you're not able to hit the sides. As you can see, there's a really small margin of error, so this looks like about as tight as it gets right here, but you can't hit the sides if you wanted to.
This is designed to be, think about over a refrigerator in that hard to reach space that you can't get to. This is one of our best selling products. Very simple. So this is our pilaster system. So think about, you could have a base cabinet or a pantry cabinet like this. And you've got roll-out drawers, those have been around forever, right? But when they come out from the manufacturer, they're fixed. So let's say you're wanting to store your really tall Cheerio box. And so these are your slides. This is your drawer. What we're offering is this little clip system that mounts to your hardware, and then we're selling you this vertical post. You as a homeowner, in 1-inch increments, you can move this up or down. So now you have a fully adjustable pantry cabinet. So you can put your rollouts anywhere you want. This is actually built for a vanity depth cabinet. It has a power outlet in the front. This little cover here is a way to make sure that you don't leave something plugged in.
Okay, oh, yeah, look at that,
So, This is Smart Tray, and it's built around a simple idea, getting every last drop of paint. Because sometimes that last bit is the difference between finishing the job and having to buy another can that never quite matches.
So Smart Tray is a new innovative tray. The neat thing about Smart Tray is you can get rid of every last drop. At the end of the day, you just simply reverse this, take your can, set it down, and snap your Smart Tray into the can. It is designed with grooves that just clip onto the can. And you can see there's a groove here. And same thing when you're going this way. I'll show you from the side. You can see inside here, there's a groove.
Right.
That the can snaps into it very easily. Just snap onto that little spot there.
LuxView.
All right, so this is the biggest glass sliding door I've ever dealt with. This is 15 feet tall by LuxView. And you can see it goes on a track. You get the scope of this thing. So I can only imagine how heavy this thing actually is. I know I'm dealing with 8-foot doors on our current build, which almost crippled us. Imagine a 15-foot glass panel. That's nuts.
Everyone poops, but not everyone should have to smell it. OdoRun is the toilet-focused odor control system meant to deal with smells at the source.
So this is motion censored right here, and then this automatically sucks this up. Well, obviously not into a bottle, this is just for demonstration. So that's your air intake, and this is just your motor. So you can either plug it in or you can do the battery one.
Aquafire treats fire as a visual design element built directly into the architecture of a space.
Not getting burned, amazing.
This is the most advanced water vapor fireplaces in the industry. The whole concept here is you can put fire anywhere. We've gotten away with any kind of risk with burn, but in terms of visual, you still get that full flame effect. Any other competitor in the industry here, if you were to do that, that flame is gone for 30, 40 40 seconds. With Aquafire, that flame is coming right back. We actually have dual color hitting this flame. We've got red and orange peeking through this flame here. We've got over 20 different colors that you can do. All you gotta do is run with tap water. You got two options here. You can run a water line right to the fireplaces. If you're not gonna do a hard line, which would give you infinite flame, then you can actually manually fill these units. You're gonna click a button on the fireplace. That water will get sucked right into that tube into the fireplace in under a minute, and you have up to 20 hours of flame time from one fill.
What about humidity?
It's a very soft water vapor there. No residue buildup on your hand when you're playing with it. It's kind of like having an extra 2 or 3 people breathing in the rooms. That's how much humidity you're adding to the space.
Next, we have Moduline. This brand integrates a TV into cabinetry without sacrificing usable storage, which makes a big difference in spaces where every cabinet matters or where there isn't much wall space for a TV. Murphy Door is one I'm always excited to see and test. It's functional and hidden doors that turn everyday spaces into something a little more intentional.
I think this is just a regular door. Give it a try. Goes down by itself. All right. That's pretty neat. So you can either motorize it or you can have it manual. You just open it up just like that. It looks like a bookshelf. Pretty cool, right? Let's see what else we got. Just 2 disguise, so I don't know what I'm doing here. So it's just a latch and it opens up manually. When you pull it this way, it just latches open. So it closes and you're locked in. Pull your book back, latch open, open the door. I think I've seen this on an episode of Scooby-Doo, at least one episode. Press your button here, releases that magnet on the other side. See you later. So this one we're actually going to put into the guest bedroom suite. So this one you just pull it straight down, get it to a certain point, and it just takes care of itself. And then to lift it up, just give it a little bit of muscle, and it folds itself back up. And it looks like just a regular console. Put a TV above it. For the passageway from the guest suite going into the garage and down the stairway, we actually have one of these mirror doors. So, of course, it looks just like a regular bedroom mirror. And then you just open it up, and you got your secret door right here. Now, we don't have the safe here, but you actually have the option with this kind of door to get a closet inside, which is kind of neat, a little gun safe. Now, this is an interesting concept I have not yet seen. So this is next to the fold down bed, but this is just like a little side by the bed shelf. So let's say you got a guest staying over, come out, you just have a little hideaway closet that acts like a safe.
Then we have this beautiful display by ViewRail, a company that focuses on modern stair and railing systems with everything from cable and rod railing to glass and floating stairs crafted in-house. These aren't just safety rails, they're architectural elements that shape how a room feels and connects, and seeing them in real spaces makes you think differently about how stairs and railings can be both functional and a design feature. A big theme for us is making better use of overlooked spaces. Fakro specializes in attic access and roof solutions, and here they were showing their attic window, designed to bring light and air into spaces that usually feel closed off. HydroBlok, it's a waterproof building system for showers in wet areas so that everything that comes after goes smoother.
What we're really made for is just ease of installation, affordability, and then we do have a certain look kind of sets us apart from the rest as well. We'll do 2 different shower types. We have a single slope pan with a linear drain, and then we have a center drain, low profile pan. So when you're talking curbless showers, really a few years back, we went back and we made 90% of all of our pans 1 inch thick. Reason being is most subfloors out there are 3/4 of an inch thick. Okay. Our pan is 1 inch thick. So you remove the subfloor and you drop the pan down using our subfloor lowering kit to joist height. What you have here is a threshold that's now 0.25. So you can now meet that threshold with our 1/4 inch material. You can meet it with our uncoupling membrane. You can meet it with a heat mat. We personally don't particularly care. We give you a lot of options there.
Okay.
But now you've effectively created a barrier-free shower without having a bunch of expensive framing and things like that. Most of this can be done in about a half a day, give or take.
Naturekast focuses on outdoor cabinetry built to handle weather, moisture, and sun without treating the space like an afterthought. What I liked seeing here was the construction and finish up close. These are cabinets designed to live outside full-time but still feel solid and intentional when you're opening and closing them. InVisiCook hides the cooktop completely beneath the countertop, so when you're not cooking, it just looks like a clean slab. What's interesting is how that changes the way the kitchen gets used. The surface isn't always an appliance anymore. It becomes prep space, gathering space, or just part of the room, instead of something that visually dominates the layout. Deco. This brand takes a modular approach to light switches, treating them like something you can update over time instead of locking everything in on day one.
Deco is a modular lighting system that allows just a regular old electrician to wire in your light switches, but it creates them to be modular. So just like that, pulling that blue tab cuts the power to the switch itself and allows you to upgrade a basic rocker switch to any of our modules that you might see here. So our key innovations are really in our smart home line here with the smart switch and smart dimmer. This allows you to have all kinds of automations and integrations with different platforms. But then we also have our simple line too. As you plug in, let's say a motion sensor, it'll just simply work. There's no setup in the app or controls with any other device.
Legrand approaches electrical and power as part of the overall design, not just something hidden behind the walls.
So this is something new from Legrand. These are these kitchen counter outlets that you just flap open, and when you don't want it, and these are waterproof, so they come in these different colors to match whatever your decor is. But I gotta tell you, I really think these would work so much better as undermount under the cabinets. Just flip them over. Sure, you'll see this part in the cabinet, but you can just build a little box around it or a spice rack around it. It doesn't really matter, but having this disguised is a really clever idea. And then even in wet places, because this is meant to be on a countertop, if you wanted to use these in your garage, especially where or in your bathroom, these are wet rated to where you could even just have a single outlet mounted, surface mounted against the wall. And it would look a little bit more like this one over here. So it would just be mounted on the wall just like that, and just flap like that.
There you have it, 40 products, but only because we had to stop somewhere. These were the ideas that felt intentional, useful, or just worth thinking about as we design and keep moving forward with our build, the Backyard Resort and Dream Garage. Next up, we're narrowing it down even further. Our top 10 favorites. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.